Hillary Clinton saying it's, quote, imperative for the FBI to release more information about the email probe. Here to discuss it, Andy Dean, former president of Trump Productions, and Bob Beckel, the columnist for The Hill. Good evening, gentlemen. So, Bob, Hillary Clinton emphasized early voting tonight. Is this a push by her campaign to lock down votes before this new email probe possibly gets out of hand?
Well, I certainly hope so. I mean, look, this is not a good day for the Clinton campaign. We know that. But if I were the Trump campaign, I'd take advantage of it for tonight, because by tomorrow, I think it's going to begin to backfire. And when Comey, who I thought, I really did give him credit for having backbone, one of the few people in this town, and now he's buckled to the Republicans, and that's a shame on him. But look, he's done it. There's nothing we can do about it except now hope that they release him. The last thing I'd say is, if you're going to talk about ongoing investigations, then why doesn't he tell us about the investigation of the Trump campaign and the Russian hackers? That's an ongoing investigation. We'd like to hear about that.
That was a nice pivot, Bob. That was a nice pivot. But, I mean, we're talking about this explosive story.
It's not a pivot, it's a fact.
It is, and it is. But listen.
It's a pivot.
Yeah, it is a pivot.
Don,
we're talking about what's happening now. Go ahead.
I've pivoted from my life,
if I could stay on topic, unlike Bob. So, Don, a couple things. I've been watching CNN for the past couple hours, and I have a hunch on something big that might be missing from this discussion. And my hunch, after I looked at all the facts, is that I think Anthony Weiner has cut a deal. You know, he was looking, I've been reading more facts about his case, which the Daily Mail broke about 4 weeks ago, and he's looking at a minimum of 15 years of federal mandatory time for sexual exploitation of a minor. So when the FBI is looking at him and looking at his computer, what is the only thing that could potentially keep Anthony Weiner out of prison for 15 to a maximum of 30 years?
Well,
that's what we're seeing right now.
You're
talking about saying I'm point, boy.
Yeah.
That's about an outrageous
statement. Speculative,
that's outrageous. That'd be thrown out of court a long time ago. That's the problem with you Trump people. You don't know how to stay on point.
Yeah.
And you
don't. No, this is not Trump. I'm not paid by Trump. This is completely speculative.
Andy,
but I'll tell you this.
Listen,
Andy,
listen.
Okay.
That's speculation.
I mean, the facts bear it out.
That's speculation.
What facts bear it out?
Let's stick with what we know.
You wouldn't know a fact if you fell over it.
All right, let's stick with what we know.
Bob,
Donald Trump pounced on this news and fired at Hillary Clinton earlier. Listen.
The investigation is the biggest political scandal since Watergate, and it's everybody's hope that justice at last can be delivered. In a very brief remarks tonight, Hillary Clinton tried to politicize this investigation by attacking and falsely accusing the FBI director of only sending the letter to Republicans. Another Clinton lie.
Okay, Bob, is this Watergate? And then the other thing, it was sent to Republicans in the initial page, and then on the second page it said it was CC'd to top-ranking members.
He was right about that, but bigger than Watergate. I mean, some of you are old enough to have lived through Watergate. I certainly did. That ended up in a president leaving office. The idea you could compare these two is a typical Trump, Barnum and Bailey act on his part. And these guys, all the Trump people, Andy, I like you, you're fine, buddy, but you're a shyster too. I mean, you're running with a lack of facts, and you're making accusations about this thing that you simply have no evidence to back up.
Well, Bob, look, it is speculative, but hold on. I'll give you a fact. Huma Abedin is looking at potentially 10 years in prison for obstruction of justice. She had to turn over these emails, and now there are thousands of emails that the FBI found. And I also think we just found thousands of them. And
Andy,
I think the New York
Andy,
FBI
you don't know
office
that
is
from from the information that James Comey released. You don't know that at this point.
Everything we're doing is speculation, Don. That's called the news business.
No, it's not
speculation.
I read the letter from James Comey. I read the letter that he said tonight. I read the letter that he sent to Congress. But you're speculating about whether, we don't even know what's in the emails and what emails are there.
That's
Andy,
possible.
but
it is wait, Bob. It's also possible, Bob, if I could finish. It's also possible that Huma didn't turn over thousands of emails, which is obstruction of justice. And if just one of these emails shows that Hillary Clinton and Huma talked about a private server and the risk that could entail, then I'll tell you, Hillary Clinton could go to jail.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible I could play in the NFL again too. I mean, you guys just have got to stop this. You guys just have got to stop laying out these innuendos and you have no facts. Here's a fact: Donald Trump had illegal immigrants building.